Hi flower friends, it's Nicole from Flower Hill Farm, and today I want to take you guys on a full dahlia tour. I think all of them, if not all of them, almost all of them finally have a bloom on them. Some of them did not bloom until just this week. Really what I want to know from you guys is, what is your most prolific usable stem dahlia? Because I have some that I would consider duds. I mean, it's September, like the end of September, and I have some that are just putting on 1 or 2, maybe 3 blooms per plant. And when it comes to flower farming, like what I'm doing, I need a dahlia that's going to be prolific, like as many stems as possible off of a plant, because when I have someone coming to me and they say, I want this color and I need X amount of stems, I need to be able to say, you got it. So please drop in the comments what your most prolific dahlia is. Name a couple of them, because I'm trying to gather some information to see what I want to grow next year and in years past that as well. So, and I know it's going to be different for some people. It's going to be dependent on your location, on your watering, on your droughts. So I know it's going to be dependent, but if a dahlia is prolific, it's probably going to be prolific in more than one location. So I will go over my most prolific dahlias. And in fact, I think I have discovered the name of my mystery dahlia. I'm very excited to share that with you along with the rest of my beautiful blooms. So let's head on down to the dahlia patch and start in the corner. Let's start with good old Cornell bronze. So here we have Cornell bronze. It's an absolutely beautiful terracotta color. It's got some striping in it. I would call this one of my most prolific dahlias. I would say not only did I get at least 7 usable stems off of each variety, but it was one of my earlier bloomers. I even love the Cornell bronze. Like, I actually cut and used a couple like that in a bridal bouquet. They're just so cool. And if you've never actually physically touched a dahlia before, you need to, because they feel that they're unexpectedly hard and rigid, but also so smooth. Just beautiful. Let me see. Wow. Oh yeah, she's pretty. Oh wow. Wow. This is called Picasso, and I've got a couple of blooms on this one. I did harvest one the other day. So off of this one plant, so far I've harvested 3. Is this just one? Yeah, this is just one tuber. So it's a really pretty, really beautiful. I really like it, but I wouldn't say it was a super prolific bloomer. Heading on down the line, I don't know what this is. It's labeled, hold on. Oh, this is Polka. Okay, so yeah, it's got that beautiful yellow center with very, very delicately eyeliner purple on the outer petals. This has a little bit of bug damage. I really haven't gone crazy with protecting from the bugs this year. So yeah, Polka, very cool. I'll definitely save this tuber. But like I said, this is the end of September and I don't have a usable stem yet. So bummer on that. This one is supposed to be gets attention. I haven't seen a bloom yet. This is just what it is. Soon. This little number right here is quite large, but I think I've cut one off of it. It's getting a second one, but this is supposed to be creme de cognac. So we'll see. Not super impressed. This tangerine little number is actually called Big Brother, and we've actually had quite a few blooms, but it's a little bit bug damaged on some of them. I actually think it's quite beautiful. Really beautiful. And then behind it, you'll see we have Mamma Mia. Mamma Mia. That was one of my earliest blooms, and actually, that's quite beautiful. We are coming up on the Cafe au Laits, and they're just now, well, this is a wine-eyed Jill, which I've gotten, well, that's really, really pretty. I've gotten 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, probably like 10 usable stems off the wine-eyed Jill. But my Cafe au Laits are now presenting with open centers, and I don't want an open center when it comes to the cafe. They're all doing it now. See, I actually threw some on the ground here. I just don't want a cafe with open centers. So we're coming up onto the surprise dahlia section, and this is a combination of tubers that people sent to me, like this beautiful white variety. So this is an unknown. They're absolutely beautiful. I love them. And this red pom-pom variety, gorgeous. I have no idea what that one is. And then a couple of orange ones. Those, I have no idea what they are. There is a pink pearl in here, which is a variety that I grew last year. Let's get to it. So the rest of the surprises were because I didn't label mine well. And this is the pink pearl. It was beautiful last year, but the majority of mine ended up with a disease. I wasn't able to save as many as I wanted, but check out the prolificness of this guy right here. This is an amazing dahlia, and I figured out what it is. Can't remember the name of it, and I don't have my phone with me, so I'm gonna have to put the name of it on the screen. So I was looking up dahlias to order, and I came across my order from last year, and this was one of the ones that I had ordered last year, and I must have just gotten them mixed up. And I think there are only 3 tubers here, and this is what I have from those 3 tubers. It's absolutely magnificent. And speaking of magnificent, Michaela Miranda. This was the dahlia that I made a whole video about, saying, is this the most beautiful dahlia ever? Yes, I still think that, but I just can't believe how prolific it is. There are 5 tubers in here, and just by glancing, there's 40 blooms right here. Like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, there's 40 easily. And I've cut easily at least 30 stems off of these 5 tubers. And I can't say enough. Japanese beetle, get out! So it starts out this really dark purple, and then it fades to a gorgeous faded pink, and actually at the end of its life it gets so pale that it almost turns white. It's just so beautiful. I think this is the #1 dahlia that people have asked me about when it's on display at the farmers market. Everyone loves it, everyone wants it, and it's just so beautiful. So I'm absolutely in love with Michaela Miranda, and I will buy that year in and year out. So this one right here, I only had a few tubers of, I think 4 or 5. This is Lilyhammer, and it is beautiful. It's beautifully white. These ones are aging, that's why they're starting to open in the center. But this would be like the perfect stage for me to harvest this one as well. I'm just slowing down on harvesting because I'm focusing more on drying stuff, and I'll bring you guys some of those videos soon. But Lilyhammer, I'll keep it. Another keeper is this Anthony Armlin. This is absolutely magical with its yellow center. Really, if you take a peek in there, it's yellow, but this red is so red. I don't know if it's coming across true, but wow, it looks fantastic. And honestly, it's pretty prolific. They only sent me a few tubers, and that's it behind it too. So Anthony Armlin, it's beautiful. I don't know how widely it is available. I have seen it on some websites. So yeah, mark that one down as a gorgeous red, and it was early too. Now we've landed at my most prolific dahlia, and that's Joey Morella. Joey Morella is this absolutely amazing, deep, dark beauty. And I mean, look at this thing. Look at this. I did put, I think 23 tubers into the ground, but it was so worth the space. I have used this so much in my market bouquets, in my bouquets that are in the stores, in my CSA. It's just been a whopper for me this season. I cannot wait to dig these up and properly store them and use them again for years to come. Joey Morella, that's a winner in my book, guys. Look at this. It's beautiful. Staying in the same color family, this is Karma Chalk, and I was really impressed with Karma Chalk. I love the dark foliage. I love the dark flowers. It was a little bit of a late bloomer, but it is pumping out blooms now. And in the same color family, even a little bit closer here, we have Tamburo, and that is like a cactus color. This one is still opening up. It's half open, but oh, let me see right here. It's a bit windy out today, but this is the tamburo. It's like a cactusy version of that same color as Joey Morella and Karma Chalk, which I adore these. The color and the Karma Chalk is so precious. The Karma Chalk is just, hello fly. It's like that water lily shape, but that deep dark color. It's almost rare in the world of flowers to have something this deep and poetic, really. It's just oozes romance. I love it. Now right here we have a windstorm. Wind, for thunder, Zeus. Okay, so right here is the variety that was called, it was a mix from Longfield Gardens, and it was called Sugar Plum Mix, and it came 3 varieties. This one, which I'll have to put the names on the screen because I don't remember, and this bright purpley one, which is amazing, and then also this other one down here that's more of a tangerine color. Let's find it. Oh, you can see it a little bit. Ready? That one right there. Beautiful, and yeah, they were all fairly prolific. This purple, I do have to say though, the purple in the middle, like look, there's a ton. There are so many. Definitely worth growing that one again. Now these next ones are the Flirty Fleurs variety from Longfield Gardens. I stopped cutting this one. It didn't hold up in vases. So you'll see a lot of deadheads. I just left them on because they were not holding up. They just got too top heavy. They were so heavy. This one though, these other 2 white ones have been great. This is my favorite pom-pom variety. It's called Petra's Wedding, and it is not only prolific, but it's super early, and it's super nice to just shove into bouquets to add that pop of brightness. And look, like this I think is this 1 or 2? Yeah, this is 1, guys. No, it's 2. So there are 2 tubers here, and that is the production off of 2. This is a single one right here. Hi bees. See those pink things? That's what you call a flower farmer mistake. Oh yeah, that was a screw up. I dedicated almost an entire row for 25 tubers for a plant that only grows 18 to 24 inches. So make sure you're checking your stats on your flowers as you're ordering them. I don't know why I didn't look at the height, but this is definitely just a landscape dahlia and not for cuts. This is another little adorable pom-pom dahlia called Amber Queen. Really like that one, and she's also very prolific. This is another dark variety called, what is it? Oh, I don't remember. It's written down. Hold on. Let me deep dive. What is it? Black satin. Black satin. I was gonna say black magic. It's black satin. Yes, it is. Here's one that I grew because Gina loved it so much last year. This is called Brown Sugar. Now, I have 2 tubers of this. I have this tuber, and then I have another one over in a different area. These are the only 2 blooms that I've gotten, so not sure how great it's gonna be for future use. This is what I call purple and white. It's one of my originals. I don't know the name of it. It was a variety I got from a mix but the first year I grew dahlias years ago. So that is just purple and white, and I love it. This one is called Daydreamer, and I do have quite a bit of these tubers. It's not super prolific, but what I do get is absolutely gorgeous. We are now entering the seed dahlia section, and as you can see, the majority of the seed dahlias are single bloom, single petal, not single bloom, but they're single petal. They're not a double like the other dahlias, except for one. This is what I call a keeper. Now I have to show you, this was opening up very strangely, and I took a picture of it as it was opening. You can see that it was kind of, I actually thought it had bug damage and that it wasn't going to open properly because it was only opening up on this side, and Lila, Inappropriate Lila, Isle of Blooms, actually started calling it Drama Llama. But I'm asking you guys, what do you think I should name this dahlia? Because this is from seed and it's a new variety because I grew it from seed. It's my seed, baby. What should I name this? It's absolutely beautiful. I'm so excited about it. I do have a couple of, I did ask this on my Instagram the other day and I have a couple of really great suggestions, but if you have an idea of what to name this variety, now the only way this is gonna come true is that if I save the tubers and then replant the tubers next year, they'll be true to this dahlia. If you don't know, growing a dahlia from seed, it's never true to the mother plant, so you never know what they're gonna look like. And a lot of times they are the single varieties. Like these are stunningly gorgeous. These are seed varieties and they're so fun and you never know what you're gonna get. So that's why I love to do it, because I always love a surprise. Anyway, if you guys have any suggestions for a name for this baby, also your most prolific dahlias, help us come up with a list of the dahlias that are just amazing and other must grows for every dahlia lover and every flower lover in the world. Anyway, let's head back up to the porch. So here's a sneak peek of a video I'm working on. I'm trying to put together an aerial tour of Flower Hill Farm, so stay tuned for that, guys. Super excited. Here are some more of my Sunflower Steve blooms. I took a wide shot picture. These are more of the ones that I've been able to harvest out of the small patch of the Sunflower Steve sunflowers that I planted and grew this year. If you guys have not already signed up for his email to be notified when seeds are going to become available, I'll put that link in the description below again. You can follow him along on Instagram. He's been posting pictures of his fields and his seed saving process and kind of keeping you guys all updated through that. He is working on a couple of other videos for this channel though. He will be showing us how to dye sunflowers and how he does it, his process, and also just like a final recap of the season. He's just super busy like we all are. This is the busy time of the year. So anyway, those are some of the most beautiful sunflowers I've ever grown, and I'm excited for you guys to get your hands on those seeds so you can grow them too. Anyway, thank you guys so much for sticking around, and don't forget, let me know what your most prolific dahlias are, and I'll be sure to add them to my collection, which I'll go over with you guys very soon over the next month or so, the dahlias that I have ordered for next season, and who knows, maybe some of your comments will make me add a little bit more to my order. See you guys. Look at all that weed. Get out of there. In case you missed it, these are the Jessica dahlias from seed. They're the ones that my sister Jessica bought. She thought they were going to be blue because she was duped by Photoshop, but they ended up being all sorts of beautiful colors of yellow and orange and apricot. So not blue, but boy, are they pretty.